KIMEA is an organization run entirely by teachers in our international school community here in Korea. These music directors serve in various capacities, some on the board of directors, some who have previously served, but everyone puts in extra time to make events like this one and others happen. There is so much work that goes on behind the scenes, and it truly takes a dedicated team to put on music festivals. Often we have teachers who go above and beyond, making strides in the organization by giving their talents, efforts, and time. One teacher in particular is to be celebrated tonight. Mr. Michael Colgrass at Seoul International School came to Korea in 2013 and immediately made a profound impact in our music community. Mr. Colgrass is a catalyst for efficiency, having worked to improve several areas of our organization. The audition system that we use for this National Honor Festival was created by him, and every student who is in this auditorium today has gone through the wonderful Colgrass World of Wizardry when the adjudication team meets in November to listen to all the audition recordings. Mr. Colgrass has served as the KIMEA Director of Technology, the KIMEA KAIAC Liaison, and has hosted multiple festivals. He is also just about the kindest person you could ever meet, one who is always willing to help and give his 2 cents, or 21, as he says. I'm happy to present my good friend, Mr. Michael Colgrass, with this KIMEA Service Award in appreciation of dedicated service and outstanding contribution to the Korea International Music Educators Association.
Thank you so much for being here in this wonderful event. It is such a joy to be back 10 years later. It is as much fun now as it was then. And it's lovely to be in this space with these wonderful musicians, these great teachers. Thank you for joining us. That last piece was entitled Paranormal, written in the time of COVID for a local high school near the composer in Wisconsin in the United States. And you heard little bits of the school's name, little bits of the school's mascot, in kind of a very colorful piece. The next piece of music is written by a very famous composer who passed away a few years ago. Michael Colgrass is known mostly for his larger orchestral and wind ensemble works. This piece was written at a school near his home in Toronto, Canada, using the students as composers as well as performers. And what you'll hear in this piece is really open to how you hear it. This is entitled Old Churches. And it's not really given a program. It invites the audience to hear whatever this evokes for you. And the process of rehearsing this has been really a joy. The students not only have to play and make various sounds on the instrument, but really have to decide when they come in and when they stop. And some of them have to choose and make up their own rhythms. It's been really a joy to rehearse and see them get involved in the composing process and make decisions about how the music works. And I'll be honest, it's a little bit scary and a little bit uncomfortable, and they've been really tremendous in how they've approached it. But we really hope you enjoy Old Churches by Michael Colgrass. before we finish our program, I'd like to add a few thank yous of my own. One of the great joys of getting to do this kind of work is getting to be back with old friends. Well, not old friends, friends of long time. Some of them I've known longer than others, but many of these teachers that are here with you, I've seen in various places. I've seen them back in the States, here in Asia. It is so wonderful to be with them. You, as family members and us musicians, we know how wonderful they are, but I remind them in rehearsal, they get to set up all of this travel, they get to collect all the passports, they get to come be with them at all times, and they don't get to do the fun stuff. I get to do the fun stuff. It's great. But I'd like us to join and thank one more time our wonderful teachers in KIMEA. It is such a joy to be with you, my friends. It's one of the great honors of my life and professional career that I get to be with you and call you my friends. Thank you for your work. Thank you again to our hosts that have put all of this event together, the families here at Chadwick that have taken care of us. It's a tremendous amount of work to put all of the pieces together. I won't say everybody's name because I know I'll miss one, but we're so grateful to the work you've done and the great welcome we've had here. It's been just a wonderful weekend to spend together. And if you'll excuse me for being rude and turning my back on you, my last words are for you guys on stage. I'm so grateful to get to spend time with you. For some of you, my grand students, it's really cool to see the work you do and to see you. I saw some of you in your home schools and here. I'm so grateful for the work you've done, the risks you've taken, and the things you do in rehearsal, because it's really a remarkable thing. Not really just the putting music together part and learning to play your instruments. That part is amazing, and you've done that over many years. But what I notice and what I'm always struck by with these students is what they really do in a music classroom is to take something that is one of the most important things to them. They've really developed, they have a voice, it really matters. And then when they play with other people, while they're doing that, they listen to someone else and change what they're doing and adapt to other people. It is a really remarkable part of human existence that we as music teachers get to see every day, and we as this community get to experience. I'm so grateful to all of you that support this. I'm so grateful to you musicians. I know what kind of humans you're going to be out in the world, and I always have great hope and faith because I've gotten to spend time with you, and I know what that'll be like. So thank you for your work this weekend. Choir and orchestra, that was absolutely spectacular, and it was so wonderful to get to share a stage with you. So for all of our musicians, one last big round of applause. And now we're going to get very American and finish the program with a wonderful march by John Philip Sousa.
the choir sang it best when they said, wow. So, wow for 3 amazing performances. Wow. My name is Sanford Jones, and I serve this year as the KIMEA president, and I'm charged with the task of giving all the thank yous, because it takes a village to create what you see before you. First, I'd like to thank the hardworking students who came prepared. They were on time for buses, and they were really responsible. So let's give all the students one more round of applause.